Hello, why use a brokerage account for swing trading? Swing trading chart analysis of DECK. Well, when you use, you know, a brokerage account, the money, the profit from your swing trading, you can tap into it anytime you want. So if you are trying to create a stream of income, you know, beside your job, so that if you need that money, you can tap into it. You can use a brokerage account. A brokerage account will be taxable to you. So even if you are not pulling your profits out, when you sell stocks, you make profits. Those stocks pay you dividend. Even if you reinvest those dividend and profits, you are still going to pay tax on those earnings. But at the same time, you can touch your money anytime you want. So you can decide to use your brokerage account that you use to swing trade to be not necessarily like money you touch when you retire, but you are creating a stream of income there. So if there is a big purchase coming that you want to save for, and what I like to do is, let's say that we replace our heater in the house this year, for instance, or that's just an example, and it costs what, maybe $3,000. Then I can say that, well, what I like to do is ask people that are working how long, how many years to estimate that this can be replaced. Let's say 5 years. So we know that for the next 5 years, if we need to replace it again, we might spend about 3,000 or 4,000. So instead of saving that money in your saving account, taking that 4,000, let's just say 5,000, divided by 5 years, so that is like 1,000 a year. Instead of saving about $1,000 a year divided by 12, that'll be a portion of a month you will be saving for the next 5 years, so that when you are going to replace that, you have that money in your saving account. You can decide that you are going to put money in your brokerage account, swing trade, and the profit from that you will use it to replace your water heater, your heater in 5 years. So I like to have, in our budget spreadsheet, I like to have a tab for those big appliances in the house that we are replacing, and write the amount it costs us to replace them, and how many years I estimate that those things can be replaced. That way we know how much we need to save for it, and is a part of our irregular um, expenses that we need to save for. So certain things you pay for it every year, and certain things you pay for it every few years. But it's good to do that estimate, know the amount, know how long it's going to take you for you to replace it again, and do the division to see how much you need to save a year, and take all those total divided by 12 to see how much you need to save a month, and save for it. But when you are swing trading, instead of putting that money in your saving account, saving for it, you must well just swing trade it, and so that you can use the profit, not your capital, not your hard work money, but the profit resulting from swing trading to pay for those expenses. That is the next goal I'm working toward. And that is one way you can use your brokerage account as well, because when you are swing trading in your Roth IRA or your retirement account, you cannot touch that money, especially the profit, until you reach a certain age by the government rules. But when it comes to your brokerage account, even though you are paying tax on the money you are putting there, and it's after tax money, and you are paying tax on your income there. You can touch your money anytime. If there is a temporary job loss, or you don't like your job, you know, for one reason or the other, you like to stop working, you have that stream of income that you build there, that the profit in average equal how much your expenses a month are. So that can be one goal as well, to have your monthly profit from swing trading to equal your monthly expenses, and over time for your profit from swing trading to equal your estimated irregular expenses by month, and your monthly expenses as well, and over time for your profit from your swing trading to equal how much you make from your job a month as well. So pretty much, like, you can set those goals and work toward it. It's not like reaching the final line, but it's about enjoying the journey. Set your own goal and work toward it. Not necessarily comparing with somebody or trying to be the best swing trader, but just set your own goal and compete with your own goal to reach them. Set reachable goals to reach them and exceed them, and set a higher one, and so forth, until that stream of income exceeds how much you make for from your job. And sometimes knowing that you have another stream of income outside of your job might help you like your job more, because again, you are not depending on your job to put food on your table or to feed your family. So therefore, it could help you maybe focusing more on what is good about your job instead of what is bad about it, and view your job through another lens, knowing that you don't depend, your survival does not depend on it. And I think that is a lot of pressure to put on employer, making our survival depending on our job, because that is a commitment they have to meet as well. When we commit our time, they have to commit to pay us for our time, and that is a lot of commitment on employers as well that they have to meet. So our goal, working toward our financial independence, you and I, is to be able to create a stream of income parallel to our job, and you and better yet, when you work, you get paid. That money should go to your swing trading account for you to swing trade. Profit from your swing trading account, you pay yourself from that, moving it to your checking account for you to live on. That is one way to do it as well. Knowing that you found your swing trading account with your paycheck, and um you found your lifestyle or your living expenses with profit generated from swing trading. There is multiple ways you can set that goal and work toward reaching it, to keep inspiring you, motivating you to keep working on it. So that is, you know, the main reason to have a brokerage account and use a brokerage account for swing trading, so that that money is available for you. That profit from your swing trading, it's not necessarily to expand your lifestyle to supplementing your job income for you to spend more necessarily. You can actually use the profit from your swing trading as a down payment for a rental property. Keep building up your wealth, so it could be a down payment for a rental property. That is, how by later you will keep working toward your financial independence. The profit from your swing trading could be a way to pay for your children college tuition as well. It could be a way to pay for travel. If there is a travel you want to do with your family, you can budget, you can give them homework to budget for that trip, knowing how much it's going to be. It could be in a year or two, and knowing that you are going to swing trade, and the profit from that swing trading is what you are going to use to pay for that credit card after the trip is done, and you guys are back. That expense, the profit from swing trading is going to cover, and you have a rough budget, and you work toward that goal, swing trading, and tracking your profit to know that you generate that much profit up to that trip time to pay for it. So that is one way to do it as well. Knowing that those things that are not basic living expenses, whether it's irregular expenses, expenses you pay for um, uh, um, few times a year or every few years, it could be replacing your laptop or your children's computer or things like that, that you will swing trade. You will put your paycheck in your account, you will swing trade, and you will use the profit to pay for those expenses that are now basic living expenses. That is one way to view as well. Some people save for emergency, saying that 6 to 12 months of emergency fund. That's great. I don't do that. I save for irregular expenses. So those expenses we will pay for a few times during the year. Estimated divided by 12 give us how much we need to save every month for them. So I like to save for those type of expenses. And but instead of having emergency fund, you can decide to swing trade, and having that profit from swing trading as the backup plan for your as pretty much a backup plan for your living expenses. If your job, you have a temporary pause on your job, something like that. So, and today we are going to analyze DECK to see if it's a stock ready for us to purchase. So using Thinkorswim platform, maximum daily chart DECK, is it a buy today? Today, January 13, 2025. Is it a buy today or not? Yes, it is a buy. And why is that? Well, when we are looking at the chart on the maximum daily, we are looking at the maximum daily chart. The price is right there right now. The valley line is right here. It's not too far from the valley line. It touched the valley line. Where is it coming from? It's coming from, like, the price is here. Where is it coming from? It's coming from the valley line. So therefore, yes, it is a buy. And yesterday the price dropped. We have a red price here. That means the price at the end of the day was lower than the price in the morning when the markets opened. The price dropped yesterday. But when we are looking at it, it's still close to, it's not too far from our valley line. So yes, it is a buy. It does not mean that it may not go back to it, though. It could decide to go back to it. But again, if you like these stocks and you mix funding it around the valley line, you are wondering if you want to buy it. Why not? Yes, it is a buy. So we have arrows there, and this one will be me putting it there, and I purchase it somewhere there. So we should be positive in it right now, since the price is higher than where we purchase it. We can go to maximum monthly chart to see if there is another valley line below. So this is a little bit low. I don't think it's going to go all the way down there, but I think all the way here is quite a drop. So that means last time it went there was in 2022, and it has been on the rise all the way to 2025. So 3 years. So buying a somewhere here, we could anticipate to remain in this trade for the next 3 years or so if it's going to have this growth. It could decide to come down before that. I'm not entirely sure, but we will see. When it, in 2024, when it reached here, it came down to rest on this before it went back up. So from here 103 to 223. Okay, there's quite a bit of gap, about $100 gap here as well. So it was worth. So you know, so we can just take a note on this one, that estimate to hold it for the next 3 years. Since we purchased it already and we have it highlighted there. So thank you so much for watching. We thank you very much for your time. Thank you for all your comments. We thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and in soap.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your account from there. The way we analyze the ECK, that's the way you do your chart analysis using long option and swing trading strategy. If you like that strategy and you like to practice analyzing stocks to see if any is well positioned for you to buy during the week and get feedback, will you please check the link in the description of this video or our online store liberdownload.com for our small group online workshop to see if you are interested, and sign up for a reserve a spot. The next one is this coming Saturday. And for more videos in this series, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video, and we have other swing trading related playlists as well. Thank you for your time.